range today. We've got the 22 challenge going on. Mr. RevolverGuy, you can check him out at dayattherange.com. He called out everybody, wants us to do a 22 challenge. So I brought out a bunch of bulk ammunition. Let's see, what I've got loaded up in here now is some, I don't know, it's probably 20 years old. Federal 36 grain copper plated hollow points. They're bulk pack. I've got my scope. This is a different scope than what I've used in the past. My BSA, for some reason the O-ring came out of the ocular bell. So I've got several different types of ammo. I'm going to try this 22 challenge with each one of these. Yeah, like I say, I've got a bunch of different types of ammo. I got the Winchester 36 grain at 1280. They're a hollow point. Then I've got the Federal Auto Match, or target grade. I don't know, it says it's target grade. These are 40 grain. They're 1200 feet per second. I got some Cci Mini Mags. I probably had these for close to 20 years. They're 1235 feet per second, 40 grain. I picked up some Winchester. These are just a 40 grain, 1300 feet per second. They're round nose, copper plated. And I got some American Eagle 38 grain copper plated hollow points. And then I've got some old stuff that I inherited from my dad. I have no idea how old this stuff is. We'll shoot some of that too. So I've got my target out there at 50 yards. I had a dickens of a time getting my scope sighted in. I've got 15 rounds in here. This will hold 18, but I've got 15 in here. I'll take 5 shots at the zero. Then I'll work my way across the top row, and we'll finish that out, and then we'll switch out ammunition. So let's see if I can even see that little itty bitty dot down there. It's only a 3-9 generic cheapy scope, and the parallax is terrible on this thing. And I should be somewhere in the ballpark. And I have weeds blowing in front of my target. Well, I blew some weeds down. I can't tell if I hit the target or not, but we'll see. I'm still fine-tuning this. That 3. This is by no means a target rifle. This is my bunny getter. Tell. Yeah, those holes are so small. Let me walk down there, take a look at it, see if I have to make any adjustments. Okay, now we'll try some Winchester bulk again. This is 36 grain, it's supposed to go at 1280 feet per second. Now I'll tell you, I don't normally buy Winchester. I did buy these because that's about all Big 5 had. I got these because they came in a really beautiful wooden box. My wife wanted it for a storage box, so can't go wrong with more 22 ammo. So I thought, yeah, we'll try this. So since I have it on hand, we'll give that a try. So I wasn't too disappointed with the first round, except for a couple of flyers that I had. They weren't bad groups. Like I said, this is not a Lithgow. This is just a generic 3 to 9. It's got terrible parallax, and this is the first time I've used the scope, but we'll try it. Let's see, I'm going to go, let's see, top left, top right, bottom left, then bottom right. We're just going to go 4. I'm not going to do a 0. No sense really in doing that. And I've got a crooked target. And I still have a weed right in the middle of my dot. Okay, I should have brought my 5-gallon bucket, right? And I've not zeroed with any of these other ammo. In fact, I was doing some offhand shooting just to burn off the last of that Federal that I had, the Champion. I don't practice shooting offhand enough. And I'm probably in there somewhere. I can't see the holes from this distance. Oh, I pulled that one. Pulled that one bad to the right. We call our shots. And this is the only opportunity I'm going to have to shoot this challenge. As many of you know, I've been off work for over 3 months with my shoulder injury. It's doing much better. I just finished physical therapy yesterday, got a graduation, and the doctor gave me a clean bill of health, so Monday I'll be going back to work. Alright. That one didn't want to go in for some reason. Yeah, I kind of flattened out the tip on that one. Pull that one, we meld it. Again, this is a 53-year-old rifle. I got this when I was just a kid. Does that tell you how old I am? Alright, where is it? Okay, next 10. And I'm not cleaning this or anything, so one of the things that's been discussion on Discord is using different types of 22 ammo. You get different types of powder, different types of lubrication in your bore, and that could throw your shots off. Like I say, I really don't have time to run a patch down here between each set, so I'm just shooting it dirty. Okay, so these are Federal target grade performance, ideal for semi-autos, bulk pack, 325, says auto match. These are 40 grain, let me make sure. Yeah, 40 grain solid, says 1200 feet per second. And they're pure lead, they're not copper plated, so we'll see how that does. I went and moved my target up to the top of my stand, get it out of the weeds a little bit, see if that helps. And now the sun's starting to get down to a point where this could be interesting. Like I said, we only have a limited amount of daylight. That helps. It's out of the weeds anyway. Might have pulled that one a little bit to the left. I can't get this sling off. The screws are in there. Otherwise I wouldn't have the sling on here to be doing this. Oh, I pulled that one to the right. I think I filled up my 5-gallon bucket of excuses yet. And I don't have any Lapua or Lapua Center X, so again I'm using whatever cheap ammunition I've got on hand. Last one for this target. Ah, I pulled that one. Okay. And by the way, it's like 50 degrees out here, which I'll take any day of the week considering Sunday we had a blizzard and 8 inches of snow. Alright, that last group was nothing to write home about. Now I'm going to shoot up this old, I'll bet this stuff's over 30 years old. I had 10 rounds of this Federal Lightning here. And this is Federal Lightning also, but it's a different box. No, I don't know. Support the shooting sports. I bought my dad Ruger 1022 in 1989. So I'm pretty sure that he got this ammo about that same time. You do the math, you figure it out. I don't expect much out of this, but hey, you never know. Plus I'm starting to get tired. I still have a bunch more to go. I still have these CCIs and these Winchesters to shoot, and the Federal American Eagles. So I'm going to try and put these across the top. I'm going to use all three, and then I'm going to switch to the American Eagles for the next three across the bottom. Alright, where's my target? Hold that one a little bit right. You always call your shots. That one should have been okay. Should have. To the right. That smells different than the other ones. Might have used a different powder. next dot. And I don't have the Eagle target camera to shine on there. As you probably saw from my last video, I broke it. I had some Weisenheimer that says, oh, you're just not technologically advanced enough to use the camera. Yeah, well, that's what you get for making assumptions, dummy. It says, oh, you got to use it on landscape mode. If you looked in the video that I shot, you could see my phone was in landscape mode. There's a issue between the app and my editing software. It gives me a really small picture. On my phone is full size, but it wasn't a problem with the camera. And the dummy will know who he is. He thinks he's wise or something. Anyway, I got that off my chest. If you're going to attack somebody, at least have your facts straight. And he didn't have any facts. When you make an assumption like that, it just shows your ignorance. Okay, the wind died down. That one went low left. I really feel bad about breaking the Eagle camera, but I broke a solder connection, and that was from moving that the camera board around so much, trying to put that other antenna in. But there's nothing wrong with the cameras. Okay, now let's go to the right dot. I see two holes stacked. Well, these things must really be dropping low. Probably about 3 inches low. I can see them just right above the bottom dot. And this 10 that I'm shooting now, they are, or the 5 that I'm shooting now, they're out of this box. The first 10 were out of this box, but it's empty. So I've got a heck of a point of impact shift between these two lightnings. Shows you how much variance there is in 22 ammunition. Yeah, I can see I've got a cluster of 3 holes right there. Last one. That's a heck of a group. I got 2 in the same hole, but they're probably about 3 inches low. It shows you how much variation there is in different 22 ammunition. I believe that's it. Yep. Okay, let me put 15 more in and we'll do the next row. Okay, I've got these Federal American Eagle 38 grain copper plated hollow points. We'll try that. Let's see, I'm going to shoot those on the bottom 3 dots. And believe me, those are really tiny dots. Okay, if I can get onto it. The parallax on this thing is terrible. Oh, that's a generic scope. It's not like I've got a $1,000 scope on here. Wouldn't make sense to have a $1,000 scope on a $50 rifle, right? Knowing my parents, when they bought this for me, it's probably what they paid, maybe $45. We didn't have a lot of money growing up. That's why I cherish this rifle so much. Because I know that my parents sacrificed greatly to buy this for me. And that could have probably been probably a week's worth of groceries back in the 60s. It's not beautiful, but it's been mine for most of my life. I think this is my 5th one. And I don't get a cheek weld on this, I get more of a jaw weld. This was meant to be shot with iron sights, although it did have the dovetail cut into it. And I can't get the scope back any farther because the mount here would interfere with my bolt. So just like everything else, learn to live with what you got. That's the way I was brought up. Old habits die hard. Okay, one of my best groups came from the oldest ammo I've got. I'll show you that on camera later. Now I'm going to try these Cci Mini Mags. I've probably had these for 15 years. This is the first time I've opened them. We have somebody on a horse out here, so we're going to have to stop. Okay, we had one of the cattle ranchers out here. I caught him out of the corner of my eye. He was riding a horse downrange from where I was shooting, so we decided it was time to take a little bit of a break. One of the things out here on the West Desert, this is BLM land, and it's free range. And the reason we're up here in the upper range is because down in the lower range where we normally shoot, there were a lot of cows and even some antelope that we saw earlier on the way up. So we decided to keep away from livestock and wildlife. So we came up here. But this rancher, he must have been skirting these hills here behind us looking for any lost cows. There he is. Okay, now that we know that he's not in the line of fire, we can go back to shooting. Okay, we want to always make sure we have a clean range. Always know what your bullet's going to possibly impact. So let me get going again. We're running out of daylight. The sun's getting closer to the hills, and I've got more to do. Okay, now we're going to try this Winchester 40 grain. They're copper washed. This says 1,300 feet per second. Round nose. Really starting to get tired, but it takes a toll. We've been out here for quite a while just doing this. So, Mr. Revolver Guy, I hope you're happy. I am trying, but I didn't get any chance to practice. And it's been, well, it's the first time out with this scope. And this is one I pulled out of my junk drawer. And again, like I said, a 53-year-old rifle. I get this earplug to go in and stay in. 22 is not really all that noisy. But we're going to try these Winchester. We're going to call it on this. Okay, I didn't do so great on the scope challenge, 22 challenge. This is another one. This is iron sights. I expect this to not be very good. I'm trying to get my earplug in. What I've got in here, got some Cci Mini Mags, 1,235 feet per second, copper plated round nose. These didn't do too bad in my Mossberg with the scope, but we're shooting iron sights, and God help us, I can barely see the target. I'll put 5 in the right target with the CCIs, if I can remember how to get this. There we go. This is only the second time I've shot this. I bought this rifle for my dad back in 1989. As you can see, no sights. I don't even know how it's zeroed. Last time I brought it out, we just plinked around with it and called it good. So I'm going to try. Yeah, it looks like my front sight's about knocked off too. Okay, on closer examination, it's not. I'll try and hit this target. I have one. These are NRA 50-yard official small bore targets. And I gotta say, this trigger's a lot better than what my Mossberg is. Okay, let me load this up. I'll try 5 of the Winchesters. Or no, actually, I'll try 5 of these American Eagles. I want to at least have some kind of a chance. Those Winchesters were atrocious that I shot. And then I have a little thing I want to do here since I get these last 5 done. And it's getting late. The sun is right in the corner of my eye. This bolt release doesn't work really great, so I shoot the left target with these. Oh boy, I'm way off. And once again, I have weeds right in the middle of my target. We'll give it a try. Take the safety off. I don't know why, but the bolt doesn't lock open. I don't know if it's supposed to. I don't know anything about a 1022. So let me go retrieve the targets and we'll see what we got.